Tips and tricks for somatic tracking. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about useful tips and tricks for somatic tracking. I get a lot of questions about somatic tracking, how to do it, am I doing it right, where am I going wrong? So I've come up with a list of 7 tips and tricks for somatic tracking. So let's get into it. Number 1, outcome independence. This is a hard thing to cultivate. When we're doing somatic tracking, where I often see people go wrong is they're trying to make their pain or symptom go away right in the moment by doing somatic tracking. And that's going to backfire. That's going to put a bunch of pressure on the practice and probably cause your pain to increase. So if that's happening, we need to start cultivating outcome independence, meaning we're doing something independent of the outcome. We're engaging in somatic tracking independent of trying to make the pain go away. And we're letting go of that desired outcome. Now, in the long run, we want our pain or symptom to go away. That's why you're all watching this video. But in the short run, how we get there is we focus on safety. And so when you're doing somatic tracking, focus on cultivating feelings of safety about the pain or symptom. Number 2, learn how to focus on your pain or symptom in a light and easy way. When we're focusing on our pain or symptoms, often we are just locked onto them. We're focusing with a bunch of intensity. We're trying to, make it do something. And a lot of this just comes from fear and frustration. Alan Gordon talks about how you're kind of like a hawk that sees a mouse in a field and you're just nosediving, locked in. And this is how we attend. And so this can really hold us up when we're doing tracking because we need to learn how to attend in this light and easy way. So a simple practice to do this is first off, scan your body and pick out a pleasant sensation in your body. Like right now, I can feel my feet on the ground. They feel a little tingly. It's kind of nice, feel a little warm. And I'm attending to it just naturally in this light and easy way. Because when we have a pleasant sensation, we naturally are more likely to attend like this. And then once you've explored and attended in this way to the pleasant sensation, then shift to your pain or symptom and practice attending in the same way. And just go back and forth between the two. This can be useful to realizing that you are attending with a lot of intensity, but also learning how to attend to your pain or symptom in this light and easy way. Number 3, let go of control. Often I see people doing tracking and they're trying to control what their pain or symptom is doing. They're trying to make sure it doesn't move, it doesn't spread to another body part, or it doesn't increase. And so when we're trying to control things, what happens is it's going to put your brain and nervous system on high alert. And that's going to escalate the pain sensations that you're feeling. So even during the tracking, we can practice letting go of that control. I almost tell people practice breathing in, and as you exhale, just feel that release, letting go of that control. The other thing you can do is as you breathe in, you can tighten your fists. And as you breathe out, you can really just practice releasing them. Visualizing almost letting go of the grip of control. Just letting it go. Now let's take a quick moment for this video's sponsor. This video is sponsored by MCAT and Hermione, who are currently sunbathing in this picture. They're cuddling, they're grooming each other, and I truly believe cat cuddles can help you heal. You probably all thought this video was going to be sponsored by like Alan Gordon, Nicole Sachs, Curable, Dr. Schubiner, but no, it was sponsored by cats. Number 4, develop curiosity. As soon as we become curious about the pain or symptoms, we bring in some of that ventral vagal energy where we're cultivating feelings of safety and connection. And so right off the bat, when you're doing tracking, Really get curious. Describe the sensation. What is the sensation like? Is it burny, tingly, pressury, stabby? Is it tingly? Does it move around or shift? Really get interested in all the subtleties of it and how it moves and shifts and changes. Practicing this consistently can help us create safety in our body and ultimately help us heal. Number 5, notice the sympathetic or dorsal vagal state behind the pain or symptom. A lot of times when we're doing somatic tracking and it's just not going well, it's not feeling really good, what's happened is behind the pain or symptom, you're having some sympathetic energy or some dorsal vagal energy taking place. Maybe you're feeling anxious or angry or in despair or depressed. And so what we can do is we can actually pause on attending to the pain or symptoms and shift to focus on the state behind it. And so what you would want to do is then direct warm air into the area. So if you're feeling your sympathetic state more in your chest and center, you would direct warm air into it, like you were caring for a young child or your inner child, really just directing compassion towards it. Number 6, practice somatic tracking when you're in a ventral vagal state or when you're having a pleasant mood. We do not want to practice somatic tracking when you're in deep despair or you're almost on the brink of a panic attack. We want to maximize our chances of getting a corrective experience. And to do that, we want to pick a time when we're naturally feeling more in a safe and connected state, or our mood's really good, or we're excited. If we pick a time where we're feeling good inside, it's going to be much more easy to attend to the pain in a light, easy way and get a corrective experience where that fear, frustration, or despair of the pain starts to reduce. And finally, number 7, the last tip of the day. Practice doing informal somatic tracking. A lot of times on this channel, when I've put out somatic trackings, they all come in around 7 to 10 minutes long. That's a typical meditation version of somatic tracking. That doesn't work for everyone. I want to be clear. On this channel, again, this channel is not meant to be therapy for people. I'm providing education and techniques, but it's not really a substitute for therapy. Because when I'm working with someone in therapy, my job is to explore using somatic tracking in all sorts of different ways to see what fits best for someone. Because it works differently for every single person. And for a lot of people, a 7 to 10 minute somatic tracking where they're just eyes closed, they're trying to meditate, it's not useful. It doesn't click for them. And so we really want to explore using somatic tracking in informal ways. You could do it while you're having a break at work. You could do it while going for a walk and listening to your favorite playlist. You could do it while watching your favorite TV show. You could do it while making dinner if you really enjoy cooking. You can play around with it, and you can play around with the timing too. Sometimes I have people only do somatic tracking for 2 minutes at a time, just really quick and easy, but they're doing that several times a day. And so it gives you a sense that you can really explore and play around with somatic tracking to find what works best for you. I've talked earlier about how I would do basically a form of somatic tracking when I was watching Modern Family and I was healing, because I love the show Modern Family. If you've watched enough of my videos, you know that I love the show Modern Family. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And so that really worked for me. And it was informal. I would check in with my body, give myself a message of safety, be curious, and then I would lean into the nice sensations of the show. And so really play around with using it informally. So I hope these 7 tips and tricks for somatic tracking were helpful. You can put your questions or comments down below, and I will see you all next time. Happy healing.